want to take a peek over your left shoulder, just north of the Intrepid, there is an airplane right off the end of that pier. That's one of the retired British Airways Concords right there. And you know, the Concorde has been part of this museum for years. Also, you know, the space shuttle, the Enterprise, they created this pavilion on the flight deck of the Intrepid. Underneath that covered pavilion, that's where you find the space shuttle. And hey, straight across your left side, you can see the bright lights of Times Square. You're looking right up 42nd Street, you got Times Square. By the way, this is our world yacht fleet. Our lunch cruises, the sister. Now, the town directly across from us on your right side is Weehawken, New Jersey. That's where that tunnel is. The Lincoln Tunnel on the Manhattan side. I'm just going to let you out. It's about 40th Street here in Midtown. Actually, if you want to get back to Manhattan, right behind this great pier, number 76, there's a two-tone silver dark glass building. It's the Jacob K. Javits Convention Center. You know, just a moment ago, to go peek up 42nd Street, got a little glimpse of the Times Square. 34th Street is opening up there. And as it does, you can look straight across town. You can just see the other side of town as you look right through there. And that is the Empire State Building, straight across to the left side. You got that big antenna up there. That's the Empire State Building. It's on 34th Street and Fifth Avenue here in town. The Empire State Building opened up in 1931. It's 102 stories, 102 floors, and 1,250 feet high overall. And those cars brought that plane right here to this building. By the way, you know, those New York Waterway ferries and one of our Circle Line boats contributed to that rescue operation as well. We actually never rescued anyone, but were available and never needed. But this is where it happened right now. Leaving Midtown Manhattan right now. You're looking at a neighborhood on your left side known as Chelsea, named after Chelsea, England. By the way, they're creating a 5-mile park along the Hudson River. It's called Hudson River Park. 13 new piers, good example of it on your left side. Refurbished piers, planted trees, flowers, and gardens. Actually, there's a huge sports and entertainment complex up ahead your left side, the Chelsea piers, gymnastics, batting cages. You see that first red right here in your left side. You see there's a string of boats tied up on the north side of that pier. If you can make it out, they reach Spirit cruises. You know, they also take you out for lunch and dinner cruises. There are also these Circle Lines competitions. Except that the food is really bad. are 1,650 separate glass panels in there. Check out Pier 59 on the left side, the high netting, the fencing surrounding it. You see this 4 levels? This is a 4-level golf driving range. Multi-level golf driving range. Golfers swing away, the netting surrounding the pier. Of course, the ball's going to gem, that ocean liner. 100 years ago, the Titanic was bound for New York City on her maiden voyage. And she was going to dock on the west side of Manhattan as well. Her pier is Pier 59, where that golf driving range is the original destination for the Titanic. Once again, we got a Brooklyn's billionaire from Australia. The gentleman's name is Clyde Palmer. The aircraft carrier truck that he made the announcement of was going over the Titanic. It's supposedly in production now. Obviously, a few years ago, but they made a voyage from Southampton to New York City. By the way, New York City, we are getting a whole new fleet of fireboats. One of our new swans is coming over to the side of this red and white fireboat. You see the water cannons on the back. Christened in 2009. The name of it is the 343 fire department personnel died as a result of September 11th. And then, yeah, they dedicated it as well. Boat's been around since 2009. This is his current home for the Air Force. You guys want to take a quick look back over to your back side, getting back to New Jersey before it gets out of view. Straight across to your right, maybe a little of your right shoulder. There's a small church sitting in the middle of the park. As you can see the spire up in the trees. It's the cross. It's the Church of St. Peter. Before you leave of some work today, if you've seen a classic old movie called On the Water, Eva Marie, Carl Bolton, that's where the film parts of that movie was shot. That is the highlight of our first time. Turn around and get back. This is where it all began for Old Blue Eyes. The chairman of the board. It's the Erie Lackawanna Terminal. After crossing the country by rail. left and right sides of the Hudson River. Yeah, this is the Holland Tunnel. Do you know that these tunnels, they do go down 100 feet? The Hudson River right here is roughly 50 feet deep at this point, and the tunnel goes down an additional 50, so about 100 feet down for these tunnels. On the Manhattan side, the Holland Tunnel, it's going to get you up at Canal Street. You know, it's over a year ago we got hit with that Hurricane Sandy, that Superstorm Sandy. It was over a year ago now. But
Yeah, that storm arrived the week before the marathon. That was last year, so they canceled it. We had some good weather this year, thankfully.